Hi Brenda, this is Lindsay, and we're going to run through a quick overview of how to complete the file management assignment. So what we're doing here is we're looking at my desktop. I'm actually looking at the Windows desktop here. I'm going to do a right click on the desktop, go to New, Folder. I'm going to name the folder CSA 126. There's step one. So now I have a folder. I'm going to come back to our project itself, our assignment. And this window is going to look different from yours because I have it set in student view. That's why this kind of fuchsia stuff is around the edges. I wanted to make sure that the view of our assignment was going to be the same for you and I. So here we are at the assignments. I'm going to go to syllabus, scroll down to the actual assignment for file management. Waiting for it to open and to populate. Did you know that you were supposed to read each of these different areas? If you read this very top section of the assignment, it's telling you how to manage the assignment itself, this page. You need to click on each of these specific items. By the way, we already created a folder, so that was the thing that I just did. Now I'm going to go to click on download and save a file. This is where we're having problems here. So, or some of the problems. I'm going to hover over the link of the file, right click, and a brand new menu opens up. This is a contextual menu that's specific to the area on top of which you have clicked. I'm going to now left click on Save Link As. Left click. And a new menu or a new window is going to open up and it's going to ask me, well, where do you want to save this file? Well, I want to save it in the folder that I have on my desktop. So in the left-hand side, the navigation pane, I clicked on desktop because I knew I wanted to get to the desktop first. When I clicked on the desktop, it shows me the folder that I had created for the assignment. I want to put this file inside the folder. So I'm going to open the folder. So now I'm looking, okay, here's my CSA 126 folder that resides on the desktop. This is the name of the file that I want to put inside the folder. Left click on Save. Now, if I go to click on this folder, I can see that, oh, look at that, Save Me is in there, that file that we wanted to save, okay? The next thing that we're going to look at, and I'm going to kind of rearrange things a little bit here. What I just did is I changed our Explorer window so that it's obvious that I'm working on the desktop with CSA 126, my folder into which I put the Save Me file. Now, the next thing you get to do is you get to take a snip. I'm going to come down to Cortana. This is the exact same way that I instructed everybody to go. Type in slowly snipping tool. Here it is. It's popped up in the start menu. I'm going to left click on snipping tool. Here's the information for the snipping tool. I know that you've seen this already. I'm going to click on new because it's a new snip. And I'm just going to choose this big whole area to take a picture of. Here's my picture. Now, if you click on Save Snip, that same window is going to open up. That was open before when you saved your file. All this dialog box is asking you, where do you want to save the folder? Or save this file, save this picture that we took. The default granted is pictures, but we want to put it on the desktop inside a CSA 126, and I'm going to click on Save. Now, I'm going to close this image. Here we are looking back at the desktop. I've got my CSA 126 file in the desktop, or folder in the desktop. I've got my capture file, which is the snip I just took. And here's the Word document that I downloaded. So in order to complete this assignment, what you need to do is to turn in one more snip. I'm going to go back to the snipping tool. I'm going to take a new snip, take one more picture. This picture shows CSA 126 on the desktop. It shows that snip inside the folder. It shows that Word document inside the folder. Can save this one more time. I'm going to save it into that same folder, so I have to tell it I want it in the desktop in that CSA 126 folder. I'm going to change the name Capture version 2 so that they don't overwrite each other. Click on Save, and now, hold on a second. Now I've got the file that you can submit for your assignment to document that you created a folder on the desktop. You successfully downloaded that Word document that I asked you to do so and took a couple snips. The reason why we're practicing this is you are going to need it for every single Office assignment going forward. I've loaded files for every assignment that you're going to need. You need to be able to download them and save them as they are in their original form, not as copy and pasted, but in their original form so that you can successfully do the assignments. If this video doesn't make sense to you, if you still have problems, we need to get together. Contact me, email me, and we'll set up a time where we can talk at the same time. Okay? All right. Thanks for listening.